Have you ever noticed your paycheck growing each year, yet your bank balance barely moves? You're not imagining it. Smart, hardworking people across the US and Europe are quietly living this same paradox: higher income, same or slower net worth growth. Today, we'll walk through why that happens, the psychology behind it, the real cost in dollars, and a clearer way to think about money that doesn't require dramatic sacrifice. Imagine Anna, 29, software engineer in Berlin. She just got a 10% raise. After taxes, that nets her about €200 extra each month. Sounds good. Her rent goes up occasionally, with a better neighborhood costing an additional €150 a month. She decides she deserves a nicer car and signs a 3-year lease at €250 a month. She also starts using credit cards more for travel and dinners, paying the minimum a few months when cash is tight. Student loans take another €150 a month. At the end of the month, that €200 raise, it's already absorbed. Net worth growth? Minimal. Now picture Mark, 32, in Austin. His salary rose $6,000 a year, roughly $400 a month after tax. Mortgage payments are steady at $1,600. He refinances into a slightly larger place and adds $300 a month. He upgrades to a luxury SUV with a $450 monthly payment. Credit card rewards feel like free money, so he treats himself more often. Minimum payments, interest, and lifestyle upgrades eat most of the raise. Mark's monthly cash flow barely improves, and the extra income simply funds a higher lifestyle. Let's put simple math on this. Take a modest after-tax raise of $300 a month. The typical steps many take: rent or mortgage plus $150 per month for a nicer place, car payment or lease plus $250 per month, extra credit card spending and minimum payments plus $100 per month. That's $500 in new obligations on top of the $300 raise. Net change? Minus $200. Over a year, that's $2,400 less saved or invested than before the raise. Over 5 years, ignoring investment returns, that's $12,000 gone, not spent on travel or memories framed as experiences, but locked into recurring payments and higher fixed costs. This pattern is the hidden financial mistake, treating incremental income as permission to increase fixed monthly obligations rather than the rare resource it actually is. The system flaw isn't numbers alone, it's how our psychology interprets rising income. There are two key psychological forces at work. First, status normalization. When income increases, our reference group shifts upward. Suddenly, everyone around you has newer cars, better homes, or fancier vacations, and what used to feel like treats becomes baseline. That makes larger spending feel normal, not optional. Second, present bias and ease. It's emotionally easier to say yes to visible immediate upgrades, the nicer apartment, the better car, and defer thinking about long-term opportunity costs. Payments feel small monthly, intangible over years. We underestimate compounding losses. Not investing that extra $300 per month now means missing decades of growth. Let's put simple math on this. Suppose instead of spending that $300 per month, you invest it into an index fund averaging 6% annually, a modest, realistic return. After 20 years, that monthly contribution grows to about $58,000. If you added the $2,400 annual shortfall from the earlier example, over the same period, you'd forego roughly $46,000 in future value. These aren't lottery numbers. They're the cumulative effect of small choices repeated over time. The long-term impact is subtle but powerful. A lifetime of incremental upgrades creates a higher baseline for expenses. Raises stop improving financial freedom. They only pay for new commitments. People end up with larger houses, newer cars, and the same or smaller retirement accounts than someone who kept their lifestyle steady. It's why many professionals feel stuck despite strong earnings. Understanding this doesn't require moralizing or drastic austerity. It requires a shift in how you mentally allocate new income. Financially intelligent people treat raises as opportunities to tilt the balance in favor of optionality and future freedom. They ask different questions. Does this improvement permanently raise my monthly obligations? What will I be giving up 5 years from now if I accept this cost today? Consider the same Anna and Mark, but with one behavioral tweak. Anna uses 200 euros of her raise to increase savings and invests 100 euros. Mark directs $250 of his raise to an investment account and keeps his car payment the same by delaying the upgrade. Both still enjoy small lifestyle improvements, but most of their marginal income buys optionality, faster debt repayment, higher savings, or an emergency buffer. Over a decade, that disciplined tilt compounds into significant financial flexibility, fewer hours needed for stress jobs, better career choices, and real choices about when to accept or decline opportunities. This approach isn't about depriving yourself of comfort. It's about recognizing the asymmetry between temporary pleasures and permanent obligations. A leased car or a nicer apartment often commits you to recurring costs. Investments, extra mortgage principal payments, or a larger emergency fund create optionality. One expands choices, the other narrows them into future payments you must meet. If you want to test this mindset without complex rules, view each raise as partly hypothetical income. Before committing to new monthly costs, pause and simulate the long-term outcome. Run the basic math, ask how that new payment compares to the future value of investing the same amount. That small cognitive step, treating additional income as a decision, not entitlement, shifts behavior more than most budgeting tricks. In the end, financial progress for smart workers is less about flashy strategies and more about consistency in how you allocate marginal income. The uncomfortable truth is that earning more can make you poorer in future freedom if every extra euro or dollar is consumed by status maintenance. The calmer truth is also liberating. By choosing where raises go, you can gradually buy back options, reduce stress, and grow real wealth without dramatic lifestyle sacrifice. If this made you rethink how you'll handle your next raise, that's the point. One clear question asked before spending can change decades of outcomes. If you'd like more realistic scenarios and the simple math behind them, subscribe and hit like. It helps the channel keep making these kinds of videos.